such as this one. This one's just from Splee36.
Ah, Splee. Is this the meow?
It's meow.
Meow.
I like how you knew that
We
ahead of
always
time.
have to meow.
It's kind of anticlimactic.
It's our thing.
Is this the meow? The message too is just for Hannah. Hi, I don't really have a question. I'm just a friend here. Just tell Hannah meow. Like that was like what the message was. So there you go, meow.
Good job, Splee.
Yeah, shout out to that one. That one made me laugh. But you also have my favorite viewer. You have my favorite question now. Like I got a question in. It's like probably going to be my favorite. Maybe even trumping some of the things that I've done. Just kidding. I'm the best. But it's later on in the interview though. But
all right, let me know.
I think you'll know.
All right,
it's that good. All right.
Oh boy,
I like how you said quote unquote. Like I'm just gonna make sure that I don't like offend anybody here. I'm just gonna make sure quote unquote bitchy. No, Weiss is bitchy.
Even Kara said her own character's kind of bitchy. So.
No, Weiss's point is to be bitchy. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the bitchy characters.
She's my baby.
Were you saying that so it's like you feel better about it? Like you feel like you didn't hurt your baby too much?
Well, that and that everyone needs to understand that Weiss is best, in my opinion.
Weiss is a fun character, Gavin. The dynamic of things.
Oh yes. She's the only plushie I have, and she's in my lap right now.
Hey, I don't even have a plushie. I don't have any Ruby. I have all the figures though. I have 3 of the 4.
Oh, me too. I got all 3. All 4. Yeah, I have all 4.
I need Yang.
I just got Yang. I didn't set her up yet. She's there.
Oh man, set up for Ruby. Let me tell you something. That was a bitch. I couldn't figure out that one for a while. I didn't realize her hand turned, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, that's what took me forever.
I could not get Merchant Aster in Weiss's hand. It did not fit. The hole was too tiny. The handle did not fit. We had to use X-Acto knives.
Wow. Mutilating Weiss.
No, it looks good though. Looks very nice.
Right, that's fair. But no, my figures are there. I got them all hung up along with my fake Oscar that I got from New York because I thought it would be funny. I got that, and from the same place, I got a cup that's a bedazzled cup that says "sexy" on it. Weiss would have.
I had to take a drink right there because I almost spit it out.
Weiss would have this cup.
She would. She does.
She probably does. No, it's a really big cup. I don't know if like that'd fit with the whole petite thing for Weiss.
She'd only be able to drink like a very small portion.
It's really funny for me picturing her like trying to pick up the cup like really formally, like it's like a goblet.
She has to have her pinky up.
Yeah. Oh my god. Also, in case you couldn't tell, the reason that I alluded to Ruby and Weiss is because based off of the background, the little flowers that are in the bottom left and right hand corner of the screen, those are white roses.
Whoa.
And,
sorry.
that might allude into something to come in the future. I was trying to find an ice flower for the top, but I kept getting My Little Pony stuff, and I don't know.
Is there one called Ice Flower? I don't know much about.
I don't remember if it was like snow. It was Snowy Rose. I was trying to find like a red rose that had snow on it. And so I looked up. So I was like looking up. I looked up like Ice Flower and stuff, but I got a lot of My Little Pony stuff, and I don't know the show at all. So I was really confused like, the whole time. So I settled on this really pretty snowflake design.
I like it.
Very fantasy-esque, just like everything, but those fucking roses. Couldn't find any cartoony roses. I'm so mad about that.
They're pretty.
They're pretty, yeah. White roses are very, very pretty. Not just the ship. Shout outs to that. Oh, wait, damn it. I spoiled it. Oh, I cut that out. Yeah, in the author spotlight, I'd list off the ones that I had read. And I had gone in and I was like, I'm going to read 2 White Rose, 2 Bumblebee, 2 Freezer Burn, 2 whatever, all the other Ruby ships. And then I'm going to read 2 stories that are of other things. And then I took the fics that were recommended to me and I read those. And then I read one more White Rose story. I'm like, God damn it. So I'm going to just have to read 3 of all of them now for symmetry. And it just wound up just being so much that I wound up reading. That was I remember that just because that was Knives that I just filled the screen with it. That was pretty funny though.
with Merchant Aster, I've never heard it said before. I just say it and I hope it's right, you know? You just gotta wing it.
I assume it's Mirtanaster or whatever, but
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't speak German. Who does? Haley. That was beautiful.
That was awesome.
Oh my god. There's also a lot of words that I pronounce differently from everybody else. I don't know if it's just because of where I live.
Yeah, I have no idea.
but-
Like apricot, aunt and aunt.
Apricot.
I don't know. I mix them both up.
Yeah,
I say whatever comes first.
Well, I say tournament, not tournament. Like I say,
I do both.
I say tournament because it's spelled tournament. It's Tour. It's not
like a tour.
T-O-R-N. Yeah, so it's tournament. And everybody else is like, no, it's tournament. I'm like, you're wrong. Like, I'm convinced that I'm right here and everybody else is wrong. Like, I'm convinced. And then there's just other things like, I describe it as I pronounce things like an ASCII. There's via. There's via instead of via.
Via,
I said via, but via, I say via. There's shit. I had an example. Oh, comfortable. I cannot actually say it.
Comfortable.
Yeah, I can't.
Without that O.
I can't say it that way. I have to pronounce every syllable in the word. And it bothers the shit out of me because I don't want to, but I have to. And then there's my personal favorite. I say garish.
Instead of garish?
Yep. That just takes the cake. It's just so bad.
Even if you have a fairly good English speaking words accent, I can speak clearly, like that. But even just depending on where you are in the US or wherever you are in the world, you will speak differently. Because from my part of the world or part of the United States, we don't articulate very well. Yeah. We don't have T's.
East
it's
Coast.
Not water. We have water and coffee and New York accents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so you just
East
pronounce
Coast
things differently.
Best.
I hate it. I hate mine.
My mom is from Rhode Island, as it would be called there. It's just so great. They actually have to teach their students in Rhode Island that it's not called the bubbler. It's called the water fountain.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's called...
Never heard these terms before.
It's... Okay, real talk. Rhode Island and Maryland are like the same fucking thing. They're just like the same thing, just not the same state. It's literally, they're just different iterations of each other. Mm. But, and there's one of my personal favorites. It's just, hey, can you hand me my car keys? What it means everywhere else is a picture of car keys. What it means in Boston is a picture of khakis. What? Can you hand me my khakis?
Okay, I gotcha.
East Coast accents are my favorite thing. They're just... I live in the South, though, so
I wouldn't have known it.
I can't that's tell. That's because I live in Arizona. We're the furthest thing from South as you can possibly get. We have a bunch of old white people living in Tucson, and that's it. It's you're either an old white person or you are Hispanic. You're Mexican. That's it. There is no in between.
No, that's pretty much my town too. We are like 98% white. There's nothing else here. It's pretty boring.
Welcome to the city of Wonder Bread. Actually, fun fact about Storytime. It's spelled without a space, Storytime. Mm-hmm. Because when I made the show, I thought that's how it was spelled. And nothing told me otherwise. Like, I didn't get a prompt for it was wrong. So I made the show. Episode 2, I realized that there was a space. And I was just like, well, there's no going back now. And it's been that way ever since.
Can't turn back. Nope.
I can't. No way in, no way out. Next question, though, is from an Anon. I think you're like the second person ever to get Anon submit questions for this show.
Really?
Yeah, like no, they never do it for some reason.
People are intimidated by me, but I'm just, I don't know. I'm a 5-foot vegetarian who...
You're 5 foot?
Well, I had to take taekwondo, but yeah,
oh my god, you're so tiny!
I'm Weiss height. Did you see my cosplay pictures? I am Weiss height.
I have seen cosplay pictures. You can find those on my blog under the tag of Cody Talks Fandom. Well, some of them.
Yeah, I have some scattered about.
But yeah. You're so little.
I know.
You're so tiny. I'm 6 foot.
Oh god.
I'm also 16.
A tower. What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm a baby. But you're the size of a baby.
Damn,
you're so
Tall young people.
Tall young people. I'm like, the constant theme in this show is that I'm taller than everybody else that I have on it, but I'm also younger than everybody that I have on it.
You gotta get to Jenny. She's 6 foot or 6'1" or something like that.
Riot's the same height as me. Riot's also 6 foot. There's probably some people that have been taller than me. I used to interview guys. That was a thing. I got all of them out of the way. No, but no, it's just kind of, there really hasn't been a guy on this show for quite some time.
Yeah, I noticed it a while ago too that like there are a lot of girls in the fandom, like, or people who identify as female most of the time, or like I just realized there's lots of
not dudes.
Yes, let's put it that way. But I can really only think of a few guys off the top of my head, which include John, like Breakfast Booty,
Elfin.
Leo.
Oh,
and then there's
not know that actually. I don't know like anything about Leo.
That's Leo, and then there's Wally. And
I forgot about Wally.
My roleplay partner, Aaron, and I really don't know any other guys like who are friends with me, really.
Interview that I did with a dude, phrasing it very bluntly, was episode 14.
And we're on 37?
On 37. It's been 23 episodes.
We have to find some more guys.
That's not by design. Because it is you are Weiss, Emmy is on Ruby, Ivory is on Blake, and Chrissy is on Yang.
They were the big four.
The big four, yeah. That's my big four that I talked about forever, and I always would reference the big four, and I would always reference it with like, I'm really sad because I know that I'm never going to complete the set because I thought you weren't going to come on. And now you're on. What? I completed the set. Well, I completed it, Yang, Blake, Ruby, Weiss. That is so out of order. God, that irritates me.
As the heiress, I have to be fashionably late.
You have to be fashionably late.
I mean,
but yeah, but
I was...
So now that I've thought about that, it does bother me. It went Chrissy, Ivory, Emmy, you. So that's... Yang.
It wasn't even backwards. It was backwards out of order.
Oh my god. That's gonna...
It's fine.
Damn it. Well, you're on the show. All that matters is I completed the set. You're on the show. I'm really happy that you came on the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right, next character. Next character, damn it. All right, next question. This one is from Jenny. I'll be honest, until you said it, I always pronounced it like Jen Ill in my head.
Really?
Yep. Don't know why. But until you said Jenny, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, it is 3 hours. Damn it. All right.
Oh, Jen. It's her birthday.
No,
we should also happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
This will be released later, but
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
3 days. Wait, what? No. What is this? 5 days? Hang on. Sunday. Let's see. So Saturday.
Today's Saturday.
Monday, Tuesday. So 4 days. Happy birthday. Wait, no. 5 days ago. Yay! Happy birthday.
It took us 5 tries to get that right.
It didn't take you 5 tries to get it right. It took me 5 tries to get it right. Oh god, I am on point today. Also, a question way earlier on. What was the first story you remember reading? As what the question was. I had it written down as what was the first story you remember. Fuck that.
I remember. I remember that pretty.
Never forget.
I can only remember.
God damn. Probably Penny.
Okay.
TBH, because she's a robot. I meant to ask earlier, how old are you?
Me? Yeah. I am currently 20, soon to be 21.
Okay. You're one of the younger people that I've had on this show.
Really? I'm feeling pretty old. Pretty old and pretty short.
Everybody that's been on this show has been a legal adult but me.
Well, yeah, I know Haley, Emmy, they're 22 now. And... well, yeah.
I mean, it's literally every single person that I've had on the show, legal adult at least. I think the youngest is occasionally I've got somebody who's 18.
I never would have known you were. Isn't Dash is 19, right?
Dash is 19, yeah. Dash is on the younger spectrum of things.
Oh, and all of my senpais are younger than me. Most of my senpais are younger than me. Like honestly.
Yeah. Well, it's because you're old.
I am very old. I'm so
I give Chrissy a lot of shit for being 23. God, you're like the crip. Actually, somebody in Ask for Voices is 30. I was like, what? Holy shit. You are ancient.
There's like the person Rikusabe, who posts, like, she takes the art from artists on Twitter who don't have Tumblr, and she'll put it on Tumblr and credit them and everything. She's talked to me several times that she has a husband. She's 30-something. I was like, what? Are you serious? She's so cute.
This fandom is, like, full of people who are in their 20s. There's, like, the way I phrase it, there's, like,
a wide range.
Big cluster of 13 to 15. I guess I'm no longer in that cluster anymore. RIP. 13 to 15, a lot of people in there. 18.
See, I really only know 18 to 23.
Like 18 to 23, there's a huge cluster
That's
there.
Most of what I know.
There's just like those two clusters, and there's just the dead zone, which I've hit. I made it. I just turned 16, by the way. I made it. I made it to the dead zone.
Oh, happy birthday.
So it's just like there's this weird gap. I am back. I do not know if you are.
Yes, I'm back.
All right.
And I have cookies because
I have life cereal.
I was gonna get cereal, but I was like, that's too much crunching. The cookie's very soft, so I can talk.
I can just mute my mic because it has a handy little mute button at the front of it.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, because I got a nice and fancy mic. I got a professional mic. It was given to me, and I was really happy about it. Boy, have I made use of this.
Wait 1 second. I have a cookie.
Actual groovy rose.
Oh my gosh. 10 minutes later. It's so chewy. I have to keep chewing it. Okay. Alright. Hi everyone. 10 minutes later. Writers and artists in or outside of the fandom?
Yes. I was eating cereal, by the way, at the same time, so you couldn't hear me laughing at you being like it's so chewy. I was eating cereal.
Alright.
Yeah. I have an HP that I got, and it's an HP computer because it can run Windows, and it's basically like a $600 Smite machine. Like, all I use that thing for is playing Smite, because that's the only game I play. I love that game so much, and I just have so much fun with it. And it's all I fucking play. Literally, just Smite.
That's good. Well, if it's a good game,
yeah, I mean, it's
fun.
a very good game. It's just, that's the game I was watching competitively, too, was beforehand. I'm really into the competitive scene. It's just, it was actually really funny, too, because I posted this on my Tumblr. It's probably going to get 0 notes, like everything else that I post Smite related. But it was just, I was just, like, sitting there, and I was watching the finals, and it was, like, on that game, and they took a tier 2 tower. Like, the team name is Eager, by the way. It was just, like, in the announcement called Eager has taken a tier 2 tower, and they are well on their way to finishing first for this particular, for the finals, and taking them first place for this week. And I just sat there, Eager boys, and my dad's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm just like, "You weren't supposed to hear that. You weren't supposed to hear that." But no, that's my time. My time either goes into this show or Smite.
The one time I did, Jay literally made me buy Minecraft because they were like, I'm gonna buy it for you, and I was like, oh no you're not, so then I bought it, of course, so they didn't have to. And I played Minecraft for one night. I ended up just like they were showing me their house and their cool buildings and stuff, and I was like, oh cool, I'm trying to figure out how to Minecraft on a freaking Mac computer, which is not a very good thing. It's not very possible.
No, you can do it.
But
I did it.
I'm just not very good at it. But I was trying to admire the house and stuff they made, and I didn't realize I was, like, holding a tool. I ended up just, like, putting a hole in the wall by accident, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was, like, sobbing. They're like, no, it's okay, I can rebuild it in 2 seconds, and I'm not good at games.
Man.
I'm so bad at games.
I play a lot of Minecraft.
I'm so bad.
Not necessarily by choice.
For the rest of that day in Minecraft, I just, like, went off on, like, my own little deserted island where I wouldn't mess up other people's things. I just made an ice castle because I'm white, and I was just like, I made an ice castle.
I was gonna say Elsa. Yes. Dude, let it go.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elsa too, but they actually bought me the skin for Weiss, so my character was actually Weiss in Minecraft too. So I was like, yeah, make an ice castle where I can't hurt anybody. But of course, a cow got stuck in it, and I was like, now my cow's gonna die because it can't get out.
No, the cow won't die. The cow will only despawn if it is within an area that is more than 20 blocks. 20 by 20.
Oh. Ah.
Minecraft facts that I know because I played this game a lot.
I haven't played it since because I'm so
Clearly,
bad.
I played a lot. I spend a lot of time in that game.
You can teach me the ways.
I don't like that game as much anymore. It's not as fun.
My students in Taekwondo, actually, we had, like, before each class, we do a little show and tell, where, like, they can bring in book they read, or, like, their homework, and we give them a little paper star to put on a chart.
Minecraft?
They all bring in the Minecraft books. I didn't know there were books, but there are books.
There are books? Why?
There are books of Minecraft.
Why?
And all the young kids brought them in. And, like, boys, girls, everyone has, like, I had the whole series. Oh, I have that one too. And, oh, did you have this one? I was like, what?
All the youngins.
They have books. That's what they're into these days. They have Minecraft books.
Oh, man, you're so old.
I know, right?
I say that even though you're, like, younger than the last 4 people that I've had on this show. Honestly, since Dash. I think Dash is, like, the only person recently who's been younger than you.
She's still my senpai.
Dash is wonderful. Dash is just, like... When I asked Dash onto the show, I had a very clear image of what Dash would be like. Mm-hmm. Dash was not like that at all. Dash was just like, Dash is just zero fucks.
She was like the last senpai who I really wanted, like, to be mutuals with. But I would always message her because she's so cool and I love her artwork and all this stuff. But I never wanted, like, I never asked people for follows because that's just, like, I don't know, that's pretentious of me, I feel. But, like, the one day when she followed me back, I was so ecstatic. I was like, oh my god. And I was typing, I was like, I'm going to disappoint you so much because all I do is talk about cats and cry a lot about Ruby and...
Dash is just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like, Dash is just so...
She's so great.
Literally, my perception of Dash was shattered almost instantly when Dash referenced watching other Rooster Teeth content. And this is going to make sense in a second. But Dash was like, yeah, I watched Rooster Teeth before Ruby. And I was like, oh, huh, like, what did you watch? She's like, yeah, my favorite show was Rage Quit. And I'm like, well, there goes every perception that I had about you coming into this.
I like Rage Quit.
Well, it's kind of like, but it's just like, I pictured Dash to be like a very cutesy kind of person. I pictured you to be the same way. You're not quite as, like, startling as Dash was, or, like, are starkly different.
Startling.
I should say stark. Like, there's the difference is stark as it is Dash, but I pictured, like, Dash to be a very cutesy person. Not the case. Totally not the case. You the same way, but you're still cutesy. Like, to a certain extent, you're still cutesy.
To a certain extent.
Dash is just, like, their art style and what they draw, totally cutesy. Them, no. Really
the very first time Nox invited me on a stream, Dash was there. And I was just like, I didn't want to talk because I was so nervous because Dash is so cool. And, oh my god. And as soon as I heard Dash's voice, I was like, oh my god. They're even cooler than I thought.
Their voice is so deep.
I love Dash. I love Dash. And then, have you heard Nox, though?
No.
Nox's voice is so cute. Oh my god. She's got the... Oh my god, Nox is great. I love Nox's accent and Nox's voice.
Nox has an accent?
They're French. They live in France. Yes. I shipped a Pokemon plushie to them, and I gave it kisses for Nox.
You said ship, and I totally went. My mind went a different route. The Ruby fandom. No, I did not know Nox was French. So Nox is. I love Nox.
Yeah, they have the cutest voice.
Oh, Nox does the circus AU, right? Like, I'm not gonna. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
When I was trying to do the Blake episode, since I'm sure you haven't seen any of my fan and interpretation episodes, it's good background noise. That's what I get a lot. It's good background noise. But when I was doing it, I was trying to remember who did the circus AU because I was trying to reference an artist that I liked, and I was like, oh, and then there's the circus AU Blake. It's made by and I went through the people I was following. I had to go to the list of people that I was following and find Nox. And be like, Nox. I was like, God damn, I can't believe I couldn't do it. Yeah, Nox is great though. How long have you been writing, and what other fandoms have you written for? This is from.
That was perfect timing.
Can you keep it down, please?
Oh, okay. Okay, so how long? All right.
God. Damn it.
All right.
All right. I would say I would never write something for you, but I did.
You did. Okay. That I loved that. That was so good. What was
Stranger
it?
X.
Like, not but like I can't think of the word that I want.
Oh.
Like
Stranger X?
No, but like why can't I think of the word? Like Wanderer, you know, how Weiss, like, oh my god, how Ruby like took her in and everything.
Hospitable?
And helped her in little shack. No, but like I can't think of the word for that person.
Caretaker?
I want to say vagabond.
I don't know.
But
nice?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
I've gotten
like Wanderer or Vagabond,
I've
kind of.
got nothing to contribute here.
Yeah. Well, we know what I mean. But yes, I love that story, and it was very cute. And I go back on it occasionally and just read it because it's so cute.
All right. I actually meant to bring it up earlier because I have a small list of comments. Like I said, there's only 4 on there. So that means that things I didn't have to turn down, whether or not because they were kind of in spite of the spirit of the show or they were already on the list. There was 26 things I wound up accepting. One of them was Meow from Splee. This one actually made me laugh initially, and we talked.
Was this the one? I know you made a post saying that like there was one awesome question that
this is not it.
You
That's
had
in the list. That's later on down the list.
Okay.
And trust me, you'll know.
It hasn't happened. Okay.
It was, what did you think of the White Rose? Or it was the full way that they phrased. The way that I phrased it was, what did you think of the White Rose fic I wrote you a while back? But the way it was phrased, what did you think of what did Hannah think of the White Rose fic that you wrote her a while back? And we already talked about this. Obviously, I'll include that in story time.
Yes.
The funny thing about that to me, though, is the fact that that the reason that you knew about was because there was an anon that sent you a message about it.
I think, yeah, that was it. And they said, oh, Cody, wrote you this thing. And I was like, what? Because I never got a notification for it or for you tagging me or I guess. And I had no idea. And I think it was up for like 3 days. I had no idea about it.
Very long at all.
Oh, really?
You read it the same day that I posted it. It was a couple hours, honestly.
Makes me feel a bit better.
I was just kind of like,
but still.
Honestly, my initial reaction, I guess you didn't like it all that much, but that's all right. And then I just kind of kept on my day.
But it was so good.
Just kept on my merry way. And then I saw that Anon had sent it, and here's the funny thing. The reason that I knew about it was because one of my friends messaged me like, yo, did you send that message to Hannah? I'm like, what message? I'm like, oh my god, it wasn't me. But then I sent you a follow-up message, and it was in all caps.
Like they go on hint on Anon, but it's like, no, that wasn't the same person. No, that wasn't.
So I'm wondering, is that the same person? Like, is the person that sent me this message the same one that sent you the thing?
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I don't know. That's just really bizarre because I remember being so excited that you liked it because I put
time
into that one.
Still love it.
That one was
I have it.
That one was hard.
Yeah, and it was long. Like some people, like if they write, like, oh, here's a little jabble thing, and it's like, oh, cool. But that was like a full length.
Yeah, that was not intentional.
Really? Oh yeah. No, I'm the same way. Like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write 2 pages, and then 12 pages later, okay, maybe
because it was a part of like
maybe another
chapter. It was a part of like a group idea, so there was an original deadline, and so I was like, okay, well, I got to meet the deadline, so I got to make something short. And I couldn't think of anything for it, and then finally I kind of settled on this idea that I liked, and it was like, okay, what if I had it be Ruby, like a medieval kind of an AU, and Ruby sees a stranger out in the cold rain and brings her in and kind of nurses her up back to health. What if I just
when you think about it and plan it, it's like, yeah, it won't take so long. But
the problem is, once I planned it, I'm like, this is probably going to be like 4K, like a little bit longer than what I want, which is like 2.5K.
Yeah.
And then I hit 6K, and I'm like, this is taking a little bit longer than I wanted. But no, I'm
all the time.
I'm happy with the way that turned out. When I was writing one shots for 4 people, it all turned out fairly well, which was you, Danny, and Kino back to back to back. It's kind of the way, which was Bumblebee, god damn it, not Bumblebee. The other bug. The other insect, Ladybug, White Rose, and Cinder Ruby, which the only thing that those have in common is Ruby. And I was really, really satisfied with the way that one turned out specifically, just because, like, I don't know, I was happy. I was like, hey, everything turned out
Put a lot of
I was
effort
like,
into
everything
it.
turned out better than expected, and Hannah liked it. And I
Yay!
just like freaked out to my friend. I was just like, oh my god, Hannah liked it. And he was just like, you're a nerd. Yeah.
See, like, people, like, that happened with an artist a couple weeks ago, too. Like, they had said, oh, well, I drew you something, like, 3 months ago, but you never saw it. And I was like, well, why didn't you tell me about it? If I didn't see it, that doesn't mean I didn't like it. That means I didn't see it. But, like, I enjoy anything and everything people make for me. And if you don't tell me about it, I might not know about it. So you have to, like, you have to slap me in the face with it. Be like, hey, I did you a thing. Look at it.
Look at it.
And I will look at
I've
it.
actually thought about turning Stranger Acts into a full-length fic. Because I totally could. It'd be like the easiest thing, right?
You could.
I totally could. Have Weiss's journey back, conflict with the Grimm,
Oh my
maybe.
God.
Have the trip to the tavern that Yang, or the inn that Yang was staying at, be to visit a certain someone. Hint, hint, wink, wink, cat ears.
Yeah, right? There's so much, like, little things you hinted at, but that you can keep going more if you wanted to, but you don't have to at the same time.
Here's the thing, though.
It's fine where it is, but it could
Here's
expand.
the thing, though.
It's just like...
I already have so many other things that I'm writing.
Exactly.
And I have so much to do. Like, this show is so time-consuming.
Yes.
So,
We've already taken, like, 4 hours.
You've taken over for longest interview. Or you're going to, like, at this rate. Like, you're going to.
God.
So, congratulations. I didn't think it would happen, but you beat Riot. Really,
congrats
on the backs of other people. On the backs of the people who send in questions and stuff. But
exactly.
Also, I'd like to say, I briefly saw on my thing, I saw Momo X Tishiro just favorited your story. Like, I got the email notification. I'm like, but then I remembered you're right here. And you just told me you were going. First of all, I'd like to officially congratulate you. You've beaten Riot.
Yes, we've making 5 hours.
Yeah.
Ah.
We have been going.
It's a good thing I didn't eat dinner.
Yeah. Oh.
It's okay. I can eat later. I got all night. We're like more than halfway, right?
What if I told you no? No, we are.
No, we're on like 20 something.
33.
Okay.
This is number 33. Officially, this is number 33.
All right,
Technically speaking, it's only 31 out of 47 because I skipped 2. And we'll be skipping another one, so 31 of 46. Follow-up to that, though, from Chrissy. How are you so awesome in general? And, as a bonus, from Jenny, why are you such a cutie?
Now I blush.
Shower
what am I supposed to say? I don't know. I don't know
I'm not
either.
the one answering.
I am awesome because I am... How do I say it? I'm awesome because of all the awesome people I know. Their awesomeness has rubbed off on me, and consequently, I come off as being awesome. But it's really just everyone else's awesomeness reflecting off of me. That's it.
Alright.
Same
what
with...
about the cutie part?
Because... I have cats. And aren't all cat people kind of cute? Yeah, so...
No.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know, Jen. I don't know. I think Jen only wants to say I'm cute because she's really super tall and everything's cute to her because she's a tower.
You're so little.
And I can just sit on her shoulders.
Yeah, Jen is pretty... like massive. I'm the same height as Jen. I think I sent a message to Jen about that when she was like, I'm 6 foot. I'm like, hey, I'm 6 foot too. Hey.
Yes.
Jen is somebody I need. I feel like so many times I look at people in the fan, I'm like, this person seems really cool. I need to talk with them more. And the show exists, so I'm gonna get my chance one day.
No, I think
except for with you, I felt like I had missed my chance. But
no, but again, Emmy saved us. Right?
It
was Emmy.
Emmy did. So funny. Okay, so funny story. Part of, not the major contributing factor, not like one of the reasons, but one of the perks, I'm going to phrase it that way, to having Emmy onto the show was that I was thinking, and I've done this before, I did this with Haley. This is somebody that you know. And I thought that you had said no originally because you didn't want to do it.
Because I didn't have people I knew on the show already.
And so I was like, if I get Emmy on, I already had on Dash, I've already had on Red, I've already had on Haley. If I can get Emmy on, I probably can approach Hannah again and get it, and like she would want to do it now.
But
and then Emmy was just like, no, Hannah wanted to do it. And I'm like, well, there goes all that plan.
No, because it's true, because as I was saying, like, I saw Emmy do it, I saw Red did it, Haley did it, Dash did it, and I was like, all these cool people got to do it, and I missed my chance, and I was like, now I probably won't get another chance because there's so many other people he can talk to, and
I wanted to talk to you.
I know, I was like, I was just so, like, every time you put a new video out, I was like, oh, it could have been me, and it's not, but now it is.
It is you now, and I'm really, really happy that it was you, because, you know, I was sad too. I was like, oh, she doesn't want to do it.
But no, it wasn't personal. It was just that I had no idea what the heck I would be talking about. I didn't think people would ask questions.
49 questions worth of things.
But no, I think no. Jen's question is the same answer, because I'm surrounded by cute people, and it just kind of bounces off.
You're surrounded by cats.
Cats, yes, cats and cute people, and it just bounces off.
The dream.
And that's, everyone's cute, so I'm cute because they're cute.
All right.
Y'all are cute.
Skipping over the next two questions. Again.
All right, we're almost done.
We are getting so much closer. I'm just chucking this shit out. We're down to 43 questions. Like, I'm seriously just trying to get through this. I need to edit better. I need to edit questions better.